Our team looked at Steve Jobs, the movie, 2015. Um, there's orthodox leadership style, and then there is Steve Jobs. This movie was written by Danny Boyle, narrated by Alex Gibney. Um, the movie focused nearly exclusively on Jobs' shortcomings as a leader. Through reenactments of his product launches, Jobs was painted as demanding and unreasonable. His brutal honesty in meetings with developers showed a complete lack of empathy and towards the staff. Um, he demanded absolute perfection and did not accept anything less, no matter how unreasonable it was. Didn't give his co-founder Wozniak any credit for being the engineer, and was basically portrayed um, as an island with a singular vision of what Apple products and the company should be. It was his way or the highway. He was a perfectionist with lack of empathy and a singular focus that he found through some Buddhists that in his 20s that he went off on a quest to find his values. But he did not encompass all of the Buddhist teachings. He was a great storyteller, though. He drew a lot from the music of the 60s and 70s, especially Bob Dylan. But all of these conflicting perspectives about him um, left us with more questions than answers. And so we had to dive deeper to find out who this man really is. So we've tried to group his leadership characteristics within the framework of Kouzes and Posner, um, and are finding a contradiction in styles clearly. So, model the way, firstly, uh, one who connects what you say with what you do, according to Kouzes and Posner. Um, Jobs was a workaholic, obsessive, and dedicated to Apple, inspiring his team to do the same, but unappreciative and rude at times. He really didn't have the capacity to praise achievement in others. He behaved like he was above the law. He used others, but he made extraordinary products with his team. He was able to tap into his team through his dedication and build great things, and therefore they felt lucky to work with this man. One even said that they did build things that they didn't know that it was possible of achieving because of his drive and what he inspired the team to do. Inspire a shared vision. According to Kouzes and Posner, leaders are dreamers, leaders are idealists, leaders are possibly thinkers, or possibility thinkers, turning exciting possibilities into an inspiring shared vision. Ranks near the top of the list for every leader's most important responsibilities. Well, Jobs was certainly a genius visionary. Think different vision and anti establishment marketing spoke to his team and end users. Jobs' evangelistic vision for Apple was his largest strength. Um, his inspiration came to a point of what they called his reality distortion field, because he had a lot of charisma and he would distort reality and have the team believing it um, by doing impossible things. But they created trailblazers within the IT community because of it. Okay, challenge the process. Leader sees the initiative themselves and encourage initiative in others. They want people to speak up, offer suggestions for improvement, and be straightforward about their constructive criticism. Um, He did go with product over profits. That was against traditional corporate rules. He used anti-open systems. IBM was building open system. Jobs wanted control over the customers and creating Apple's closed compatible only products. Very little traditional corporate structure. And he just bucked the traditional business models in every sense. He wanted and sold the vision to both his team and his customers, which many say was an extraordinary task. Enable others to act. Showing interest in others, being sensitive to others' problems, and conveying compassion towards others increases leaders' and constituents' capacities to do their job. Well, he demanded excellence, but Jobs was unreasonable and perfectionist. It drove the team to do amazing things, but at great personal cost and sometimes compromising integrity. He didn't have much compassion for the team, and he had very much of an authoritarian style. His singular focus trumped any pushback he got. He was not particularly sensitive to other people's problems within the organization. And that was a very big shortcoming of his. He became very rough around the edges because of that and got a very bad reputation for being extremely difficult to work with. Encourage the heart. All exemplary leaders make the commitment to recognize contributions. They do it because people need encouragement to function at their best and continue to persist over time when the hours are long and the work is hard and the task is daunting. People need emotional fuel to replenish the spirits. I totally believe this is very important to most leaders. But in Jobs' case, he was extremely controlling and wouldn't accept it can't be done. Was a micromanager and gave the team little recognition until later in his years when he began to appreciate more the people around him. But he did inspire his team. So we did a quick look at Jobs' DISC personality profile and was high on the dominance with a high D, high I for influence. He was a great influencer, but low S on steadiness and conscientiousness, a 0C. So within the strength-based leadership framework, Stephen Jobs doesn't embody all the strengths of a great leader. He is an anomaly. And in conclusion, he fits within a transformative leadership style because of his strength and vision for Apple. This type of leader inspires people to achieve remarkable results. They encourage intellectual development and development of their followers and had a charismatic personality. But Jobs' DNA was uniquely his, for better or worse, developed by years of exploration in his own life. He was a visionary of evangelical proportions, offset some of these contradictions in his style, but the big takeaway is that vision trumps everything.